Hello, my viewers. I remember humble self-charge Esquire, the property lawyer. Today, I will be taking you through the topic very important that you need to know: the legal responsibilities of a property manager. Most of you have given your property out to a property manager, be it an estate agent, estate surveyor, surveyor, or even a lawyer, or just a property consultant. Someone to manage your property. What are the responsibilities of that person? And you also, the person managing the property, you might actually not know your responsibilities. And I want to walk you through on this video. Stay tuned to my YouTube channel. If you are watching for the first time, I would like you to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you get notification each time I drop a video. And I want to talk to you concerning all that you need to know as a property manager, as a responsibility, and also you as a landlord, you need to know the responsibility of the property manager. So when you choose to manage the property by yourself, you will know what you need to do. Number one, lease agreement management. You need to understand that you are in charge to ensure that lease agreement is well drafted and you review it, and it covers all the clauses that are very relevant there, so that avoid the crime, because that's when you have the power to activate. And if you fail to do that, you end up invoking the presumption of law. And the presumption of law may not be favorable to you because you're a landlord, and you as a property manager, you are working for the landlord and you are protecting the interests of the landlord. Take note that laws are meant to protect the weak more than the strong. And the tenancy laws and rent control laws of different states is tend to protect the tenants more than landlords. So you need to be very careful. You need to ensure that agreement is well drafted and it captures all the clauses there, property clauses, the covenant to renew the rent, covenant for use, personal for residential owned or commercial or lease, whichever one. Covenant not to sublet. A lot of things you specify the period. Better still, if you want to make it better, you make it for a certain period of time so that you become a fixed tenant. After that, you may not be able to, you may not need to issue a quick notice at the expiration of time. The next thing is rent collection and financial management. You have the responsibility to manage the finances, manage the rent collection, and ensure that you collect the rent as at when due. And what you need to do is to ensure that you put tenants on fixed and notify them on time. Don't wait until the rent expires. Most tenants don't like paying rent. No, in fact, people don't like paying bill. That's the natural thing. So rent is a bill. People don't like paying bill. So take note of that. So people are not smiling for you, smiling with you whenever it comes to collect your rent. So you need to keep reminding them until you become a problem to them. Sometimes they pay, especially those stubborn tenants out there that are not responsible. The responsible tenant will always know when the rent will expire and always pay on time before it gets to be embarrassed. Then the next thing you need to do as a property manager, one of your responsibilities is tenant screening and selection. You are meant to select quality tenants, otherwise you get the bad one that will give you problem and give your principal problem. If you are a landlord, you need to be very careful the type of tenants you put in your house. Note that if you put a criminal in your house and they use it for illegal action, government will come after you and you will be arrested whether you are aware of it. So you will now start proving that you are not aware, and they will save you by saying that if they say you are aware, my brother, my sister, you are going in for it too. So take note of that. So for Yahoo everywhere, be very careful. People are doing it. They will rent house and use it to do kidnapping. You need to know who you are putting into your business. So tenant screening, do a due diligence on the tenant before you give the house out. It is your responsibility to find out where the person is working, how many people is going to live in that house, how many people are there, and how many things, how many cars, what else, all these things. People can buy cars, so that if you will not go and give the house to a car dealer that has up to 5-10 cars, and they want to bring everything, you give to become an issue. So you need to find out where are you working, if they have fixed salary, and also getting a guarantor. The guarantor is very important to secure any challenges that may occur. It's very important. Then the next thing you have as a responsibility is the property maintenance and repairs. Please note that there are some repairs that are tenants repairs. There are some repairs that are landlord's repairs and responsibilities. Take note that what they call landlord's fittings and fixtures, things that are attached to the property that if you remove it, you must spoil the property. Those things are landlord's fixtures, and it is the responsibility of the landlord to repair them whenever they run out. Things like roofing of the building, if you start leaking, landlord has the responsibility. Things that suck away when you get filled up. Things like pumping machine or water treatment plant, landlord has that responsibility. But note that if landlords put it and you just enter into it and get it spoiled, landlord may decide not to do that. It is not his responsibility. It is negligence or recklessness of the users that resulted to that. For landlord to shift to his responsibility to any tenant, he must show cause that this issue happened as a result of recklessness or negligence of the tenant. So otherwise, then the repairs and maintenances for the tenants, when your chair spoiled in the house, you know that you are the one to do. If your TV is spoiled, if lights, anything, if the bulb, landlord fix the bulb. If the bulb get burnt, it is your work. Anything internal in the house, once they conduct inventory, very important. Everything working fine. If anything spoiled inside there, you have the responsibility to do it. Kitchen cabinet, if it gets spoiled, you have the responsibility to do that, even though it's landlord's fixture. But it's once out as a result of their usage. But once it comes to externality, like repenting of the house, bringing lights, electricity issue, NEPA bill, prepaid meter, those are the responsibilities of landlord. So you need to know all these things. So maintenance like soak away, evacuation, then all these ones are for landlord. Then the other thing like waste bin disposal, cleaning of compound, those are the landlord's responsibilities. So people will pick a service charge. So take note of that. The next responsibility as a property manager is compliance with local and federal laws. They must comply with local laws, like payment of normal ground rent, payment of all other things that you need to do. So you need to understand the landlord and tenant law in operation in their place. You need to know about rent control regulations, because some places put some restrictions that you cannot collect 2 years rent at once. So you need to know all these ones. Environmental and safety standard, where you need to put environmental safety measures. You need to put them like fire extinguisher and co. So all these things. So non-compliance may result in penalties and legal actions. So take note of that. And the property owner is going to be responsible. And you as the property manager, it was as a result of their negligence that it will landlord into that. And I believe you will not like their trespass to be landed into trouble. So please take note of that. Then the next is handling tenant eviction. But before I go into this, I want to also assure you, if you are watching me for the first time on my YouTube channel or any of my social media, I will encourage you to follow the page and like and subscribe to the channel so that you'll be able to get information anytime I drop a new video. Drop your comment on the comment section where you have a question to ask on this. So we'll take you through handling the tenant eviction. Do you know that as a property manager, you have the responsibility to engage a lawyer? That's why most landlords prefer to engage lawyer to manage their property, but it's not actually the responsibility, the role of a lawyer to be managing property. But we know the society has made it like that. When you are looking for money and somebody now is giving you opportunity to make money, will you say no? You will not say no. Now you collect it. You know that you collect rent, and even tenants, they're always afraid of lawyers. So those are the challenges there. So please note that as a property manager, whether you are an estate agent, whether you are an estate surveyor, whether you are property consultants or whatever they call the name think about it. It is your responsibility to handle tenant eviction. All those tenants that fail to pay their rent as at when you have the responsibility to evict them. And for you to do that, you must comply with the statutory provision. Otherwise, you will resort to self-help and the government will come after you. You will be arrested, or if a tenant hires somebody like you, you will be arrested for resorting to self-help. Please run away from taking law into your hand. You give the proper notice. If it's a yearly tenant, give 6 months notice. If it's a 6 months tenant, give the person 3 months. If it's a monthly tenant, give the person a month's notice. Please take note of that. Don't make mistake to give a notice that is not valid, so if you wish. Then insurance management is another responsibility. There are some properties that you will be managing, and it will require absolute insurance management. You must insure the property to avoid the risk of damage, fire, or any other thing. Please take note. You must handle that and ensure that the property is properly covered with insurance policy. Take note. Then the next responsibility you have as a property manager is that you have the responsibility for conflict resolution. Any issue that comes out from the property between tenant to tenant, between landlord and tenant, please note that you have the obligation to go into that and see how you can amicably resolve the conflict professionally and adhering to legal standard. It's very important. So you don't allow your landlords and tenants to start quarreling, start having issues, especially when landlord and tenant are all living together. I'll give you for instance, a property being managed by a client by himself, and he had his mother in the premises, that the mother started threatening the tenant, and at the end of the day, he disconnected the person's lights and disconnected the water. The tenant ended up locking the mother in the police station. Imagine that kind of thing. And this client was in Chaman, and he called me. Imagine the pain. Tenants in a room self-contained, lock up your mother. You see the thing. But the only thing now is the reason because the property was not given to the professional. Give a professional your property to manage, and you will not have all this problem. You save yourself time and have a peace of mind. Please take note of that. Conflict resolution is very important. You need to ensure that you resolve that. And when you see the tenant becoming aggrieved tenant, very dangerous, give them quick notice immediately. Don't allow anything to frustrate you. The next responsibility is record keeping. You have the responsibility to maintain detailed records of all transactions, tenant interactions, repairs and maintenances, and as well as any legal document like contract or agreements for tenants. That's the tenancy agreement or lease agreement, as case may be, whether you are leasing out or you are letting out. So please take note of that. You need to take note of track of payment, issue receipt to the tenant. If you don't do that, tomorrow they come and say they made payment. They start claiming you, send them to provide evidence, they will start running out that schedule. Just tell them any payment you make, we give you receipt. That's the way they do it. So my property company, they manage property, and once you make payment, you get your receipt. So that you'll be able to write the purpose of payments and when it's commenced and when it's ended. Everything. Very important. Payments you receive from the bank cannot show that. So it's very important. Take note of that. There are property marketing and tenants retention. You need to ensure that you market property. Some people, they are claimed to be property manager. You give them property to manage for you. Tenants will leave the house. They will not be able to get another tenant. They will not be able to get, and they will not be able to network with other agents outside them. They have a state agent who has the responsibility to broker the transaction. You go out there and contract them as a property manager. You list your property on property, Nigerian property center, private property, any of the portal. You can get client direct if you don't want to share your fee with anybody. But if you wish to share your fee, you need to give your property out to so many agents out there. Snap a professional picture, post it on the property platforms, and you get clients, get people, agents, and they will consult you. So you will try to retain the good tenants for the property. So please take note of that. And finally, in my conclusion here now, I want to tell you as a property manager, one of the things that you do as a property manager, whenever you want to enter a property and you want to manage, please make sure you have an agreement with your principal. Your clients, being the owner of the property, can work you out at any point in time to segregate you. Have property management agreements. State everything. Tomorrow they can come and say, you're supposed to do this, it's your work, it's your work. State your work, your position there. State clearly. They call it property management agreements. You can also engage the client to give you power of attorney so that you can be able to act and also execute documents on his behalf for the purpose of that rental. It's very important that you know all these things. Get a property management agreement, states clearly your job and as well as your remuneration. Don't make mistake to think that they should know, and they will not even know that. So please take note of that. Any question you have, kindly drop your question on the comment section. And don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to share it to your audience out there, especially those landlords out there, those property managers, those people in real estate business, desirous of entering into rent manage of the property. So please take note of that. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video, and stay tuned to my next video, which will be very insightful and impactful. Thank you for watching, and bye.